What is up, y'all? For today's video, I'm going to be reacting to an episode of Solo Leveling. So last episode I ended up watching, it was the first episode, and so we get introduced to Sung, who is the weakest out of the hunters. They go into this dungeon, they clear it out, but then they find another path to a different part of the dungeon, and this is where things go crazy. Once they get to this other part of the dungeon, you know, there's nothing there, so they tried to leave, but then they couldn't. They were trapped in there, and people just started getting decimated. So I'm very excited to see how this next episode goes, but before I get started with the reaction, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. So with all that being said, let's get started with the reaction and see what Solo Leveling has in store for us. And yeah, that's true. If it wasn't for him, more people would have died, because he managed to predict the attack coming. But yeah, these guys for sure have to be at the S tier, 100%. There's no way they're lower than an S. So this dude, he's gonna try to fight it himself, or like he's gonna try to escape. You know, he got some balls, but like after seeing what just happened, you wouldn't have expected someone to actually still try to escape without not knowing anything. And look at that. It don't matter how fast he was. It don't matter how fast he was. He just gets obliterated. Oh, so like if he follows the commandments, they'll be able to get out. I think that's what he's trying to say. You need to follow the commandments, because if you don't, you're pretty much dead. But if you follow them, I think it means that they'll be able to get out. Yeah, they need to praise these things as if they were like gods, because if they don't, they're just gonna end up dying. I mean, it beats doing nothing and just like waiting for it to kill you. You might as well just try everything you can. Okay, that's horrifying. That's absolutely horrifying. But it seems like he was right. Like they have to follow these commandments and then they'll be okay. Oh, this thing is moving. This thing is huge. It has a horrifying smell and it's moving. Oh, that thing is too terrifying to deal with. So they just gotta pray to this thing, because I guess you have to worship it as a god, so you have to pray to it. Oh, he's getting oh, that thing is so terrifying. Yeah, it's not working. It's not working. Dude's about to get crushed. Yeah, okay, so okay, how do they? What are you supposed to do for the second commandment? Because if like he was praying to that thing and didn't care, it was just. Does this thing not like? I don't think praying is like the right thing. I think there's something like else they have to do instead of praying like what that one dude was doing. There has to be something else with the second commandment. Oh my gosh. Yo. Dude, if they don't get the other two commandments right, they are screwed. If they don't get those next two commandments right, if he doesn't figure out how these commandments work, they are done. Instruments. Also, maybe that's like a way to pray, is like going to these statues so he can play music to like, I guess like it's like a choir, church choir or whatever, you know, to like praise, you know, whoever it's supposed to like praise. So it's gonna play music to praise that crazy like statue looking demon thing. He went to the wrong. Did he get? Oh, he managed to survive that. He is one of the luckiest characters in this series so far. He managed to get there just in time. Oh, but half his body's crushed. So even though he got there in time, just half of him got there in time. Oh, it sat back down. Oh, this is good. This is good. Now there's just one more commandment. There's one more commandment that they have to follow. Oh my, dude is missing a leg. Prove your faith to God. So they have to sacrifice someone? And so I guess like if they have to sacrifice someone, the leader is probably gonna go sacrifice himself because it's his fault for all this. Or they would probably, Sung would probably sacrifice himself because he's the weakest out of the group. Now I don't think it's gonna be that easy. The first commandment was. The second one wasn't. So this one might not be an easy one. Like just sacrificing someone from the group, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. It has to be like, it probably has to be someone specific. Yeah, if they don't manage to like get this going before the 7 days are up, that demon statue looking thing is gonna go wreak havoc, and chances are not a lot of people are gonna be able to take it down. I think in order for the door to stay open, one person has to stay behind. Yeah, I knew it. So if people start to leave, the door will start to shut. So either they just have to be fast enough to get to the door before it shuts, or someone's gonna have to stay there. Oh, it could be it could be a false sense of hope too. So chances are it probably is just a trap. Yeah, even though he's the weakest, he was able to pick up these clues and like figure out these commandments pretty damn fast, especially in a situation like this. Yeah, so I was expecting Sung was gonna stay behind, you know, because like he's already like immobilized because he has one leg. Damn, he knew he had to do that too. He knew he had to do that because like she would have just kept arguing about staying there with him. Oh, it missed. Okay. So you gotta admit, like he's still, even though he's like weak and everything, he's still managing to survive. And there goes one arm. There goes one. Like how like there's no way he's gonna die, right? He's the main character. There's absolutely no way he can die. He has to like be able to make it. There has to be something more to this like final commandment. There has to be something more. There has to be like some sort of like prize for doing all of this. Okay, now I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to think anymore. This show is just absolutely brutal. Okay, so I feel like something has to happen with him being right there, like, and like doing all these commandments. There has to be some benefit for him, right? Secret quest. Wait, a secret? What is going on? A secret quest? What? Wait. They're just gonna end it like that. Yo, I knew it. There has to be some sort of benefit to being the last one, to be the one to stay there and in the middle of the altar. Right? There has to be some sort of benefit to it. Yo, but like Sung looks like he was dead. Like he was getting beaten like crazy by these statues and everything. He's missing an arm, he's missing a leg, he's bloody everywhere. And like just the secret, like that pop-up just shows up like, oh, you know, this is a secret quest and everything. And it's saying something like you have 0.2 seconds before your heart stops. Like, and like, I guess I was like, what was it saying? Something like, do you want to accept this secret quest? Right? As I was saying, I'm gonna check. I need to check because this is crazy. Okay, so the notification pops up, right? It says you have acquired the qualifications to be a player. And will you accept? And it said yes. And it was like, you know, your heart is going to pretty much give out in 0.2 seconds and everything. It's like, so it seems like there is a benefit for Sung being the last one there and being in the middle of that altar. Because there's no way they're killing him off, right? There's absolutely no way. Because if they did, that's gonna be crazy. Because again, like he managed to figure out the 3 commandments and everything, pretty much saving a lot of people, and then he sacrifices himself. So Ju-hee, I think that was her name, and then was it Mr. Sung or something, like, so they can escape, so he can be the last one and he can kind of like, you know, hold the door open for them and everything. You gotta talk, there has to be some sort of benefit, right? Like this dude cannot just simply die. I'm telling you, there has to be some huge benefit for this, because that room, there has to be something special about that room and everything. And I think whatever prize is in that room, Sung is gonna somehow survive, and he's gonna have this prize, and it's going to be like absolutely broken. This episode was just wild. It was just absolutely wild, especially for the fact that Sung, being the weakest member out of this group, manages to save them because he figured out pretty much like how the commandments work, like what the commandments, like what like it was requiring for them to do. You know, for one, it was to like, you know, bow their heads down to that giant statue, and then it just gets up, has this horrendous smile, and just starts stomping on all these guys. And then the second one, you know, pretty much go to the statues with the instruments so it can like play this music. And the third one, you know, it seems like he has to sacrifice himself for some huge benefit. And again, it hopefully will be a huge benefit, because he managed to save a lot of people because of his quick thinking. He managed to save so many people in that like dungeon. Like I don't even know what to say, because it was just, this episode was just brilliant. It was brilliant and insane and horrifying and brutal. It was this episode was just, it was just a wild episode. Since this episode was so wild, I pretty much got nothing else to say, so I'm gonna end the video here. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for my other reactions, also for my discussion videos. So if you're into any of those, definitely subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, you know, the whole thing. So with all that being said, again, thank y'all for watching. Until next time, see ya.